Welcome to Warner Brothers Movie World, Hollywood on the Gold Coast. The youngest of the four major parks on the Gold Coast, this is Australia's premier theme park. With experiences unparalleled from a lineup of world-class rides and movie-based attractions, you'll find yourself immersed in the sights and sounds of Hollywood without the dingy back alleys. Movie World is home to the largest coaster in the Southern Hemisphere, DC Rivals Hypercoaster, a 1.4 kilometer long coaster with speeds of up to 115 kilometers per hour from a 61 meter drop. I'm lucky enough to be able to visit this park every couple of months, with my most recent visit being in January of 2018 during our summer school holidays. I'm Dominic Lacey, and this is Review Time's review of Warner Brothers Movie World. Family rides, 7 out of 10. Whilst the skyline of towering flat rides and coasters may make the park look like a thrill-seeker's playground, Warner Brothers Movie World has managed to find an excellent balance on many of their attractions so that they can be enjoyed by the whole family. Except for maybe babies. But they get to ride in prams all day. Lucky babies. Wild West Falls is the perfect example of this. A blend of great theming, fun, and thrills, it provides something for everybody. Your kids can join the Justice League to help save the world in an incredibly themed shooting gallery-style dark ride, or even adventure with Scooby-Doo in a spooky coaster through the dark. Movie World also includes a fully fledged family area called Kids Warner Brother Fun Zone, themed around the world of Looney Tunes. In this area is an amazing little attraction called Junior Driving School, where you can drive around the miniaturized streets of Warner Brothers Movie World. Adults can ride this as well, but I was alone and wasn't willing to suffer the stares. Thrill rides, 9 out of 10. Featuring some undoubtedly distinct and unique experiences, Warner Brothers Movie World provides a world-class lineup for thrill seekers. The variety they provide is what makes it so effective, from the tight turns of Green Lantern to the suspense of being held upside down on Doomsday Destroyer. Greeting you as you enter the park is a sight of Superman Escape, one of Movie World's most iconic attractions, and rightfully so. It's a hallmark of their ingenuity to take a seemingly regular accelerator coaster and turn it into a fully realized experience. Though the pièce de résistance at Warner Brothers Movie World is the DC Rivals Hypercoaster, and I'm sorry for just slaughtering French. This Mack Rides Hypercoaster is one of the greatest roller coasters I've ever ridden, and trust me, I've ridden more than 3 roller coasters. It towers over the park and demands to be awed at. I visited the park shortly before this opened, and watching the construction definitely got me hyped. And was it worth the hype? Oh goodness me, yes. This is one attraction I highly recommend that you don't miss. It's not as terrifying as it looks, but I'm a thrill seeker, so take that with a grain of salt. Honourable mention to Arkham Asylum Shock Therapy, which, whilst fun, has unfortunately gotten very rough over the years and may displace bones. Experiences, 6 out of 10. Movie World provides a good variety of experiences amongst its park. Arkham Asylum Shock Therapy provides the opportunity to take things virtual with a small upcharge of $5 Australian dues. If you feel it necessary to spend even more money, Movie World also provides some basic carnival games for a small fee. Being under the Warner Brothers brand, you can expect to find many characters roaming the streets and interacting with guests. You're able to meet and have your pictures taken with your favourite DC superheroes and Looney Tunes characters. Unfortunately, a lot of the meet and greets are just in the open in the main street of Movie World, which, whilst being accessible, they don't provide the immersion that some other parks have managed to tap into by placing you in the homes of the character. Entertainment, 6 out of 10. A place with the motto of Hollywood on the Gold Coast should be packed full of entertainment around the movie-making experience. And whilst Movie World tries in some aspects, it ultimately falls a little flat. Hollywood Stunt Driver 2 is an interesting experience which takes some obvious inspiration from shows such as Lights, Motor, Action, which used to feature at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Whilst a fun experience for anybody who is into the smell of burning rubber, corny jokes, and V8 supercars, the immediate issue is that the stunt show arena is too small for anything other than the close car encounters and figure-8 movements. The show does feature some exciting elements such as a giant face-burning fireball, but is not something I'd rush to see again. I'm not a huge fan of motorsports and cars, so my opinion will differ from somebody with these interests. Towards the final parts of the day, Warner Bros. Movie World does feature a parade of DC and Looney Tunes characters. Compared to what Movie World offered in the past, the potential for entertainment in this park is incredible, but isn't fully realized. However, it wouldn't take much to achieve. Staff, 8 out of 10. When visiting Warner Bros. Movie World, I've always found the staff members around the park to be approachable, efficient, and friendly. From simply saying welcome to Movie World at the gates, to asking me questions about what I do and where I'm from, it leaves a lasting impression and makes it feel like they truly care. Many attractions use the minimal number of staff members required to operate, especially during the off-season, but the efficient staff still manage to provide quick dispatches and loads. Kudos to you, Movie World staff members. Theming, 7 out of 10. A theme park based around the world of cinema needs to have some decently themed areas, and Movie World does not disappoint. Whilst a lot of the park utilizes sound stages to give it the authentic studio feel, there are some incredible immersive themed areas around Warner Bros. Movie World. Wild West Falls, in my opinion, provides one of the best themed areas in any theme park on the continent. It is fully realized in terms of scope and encapsulates you in all 360 degrees. The park also features a great display of supervillains terrorizing the city of Metropolis in the DC Supervillains Unleashed area surrounding Doomsday Destroyer. The area includes interactive elements which previously required a purchasable wristband, but has since been opened to the public. Merchandise, 8 out of 10. Movie World has a large selection of Warner Bros. And Movie World themed merchandise. I'm a sucker for anything with a logo on it, and in this regard they do not disappoint. Weirdly enough, they sell polo shirts which are almost identical to their work costume and has quickly become one of my most worn shirts. Being tied to Warner Bros., there is a shop dedicated to your favorite DC and Looney Tunes characters, as well as a Harry Potter store on Main Street for all of those looking for wizardry items. If you're not into expensive gifts or t-shirts, Movie World offers some smaller items for you to remember your trip with a deck of cards based around the parks, keychains, and some simple pins. Affordability, 6 out of 10. Warner Bros. Movie World is not a cheap park compared to other ticket prices around the world. As with most theme parks, visiting for a single day provides very little value. But you can increase this value with Village Roadshow theme parks providing a 2-day, 7-day, and 14-day option, which can be used with their other parks such as SeaWorld and Wet n Wild. This can very quickly cut down on your cost per day, so I suggest that if you're planning on going to our Aussie parks, make sure to leave a couple of days to visit to get the most out of your money. Substantial meals inside the park are rather expensive, but snacks are decently priced, which is good because I like a good theme park snack. You can bring small food in from outside or leave it in your car esky, but don't expect to get a bag of McDonald's through the gates. I would like to mention that with any meal, you can buy a drink bottle which has unlimited refills for around $8 Australian, and in the hot Australian heat, this deal was massively worth it for me. Atmosphere, 9 out of 10. It's always special to visit a theme park in your own culture, so I guess I'm biased towards the atmosphere that Movie World provides. The park is lively, and the variety of lands and themes makes it pleasing to explore. With constant streetmosphere and characters walking around, there is never a dull moment. Standing in the hub of the park, just past the studio-style gates, and looking around, you get a sense of the immenseness of some of the offerings at Movie World. There is barely a point in the park where you can stand and not be surrounded by incredible visual kinetics and music to match, but the more quiet areas manage to embrace this, providing some places to chill out and relax. Services, 7 out of 10. Warner Bros. Movie World provides all the amenities and services you'd expect to find at a major theme park. The park provides a variety of food options with a couple of quick service restaurants, a pizza pasta buffet, and what is basically a pub. You'd expect that in an Aussie park. Movie World's layout is easy to understand once you get the hang of it, but getting from place to place in some areas is rather difficult. The park has a multitude of dead ends, and logical connections between two park areas often don't exist. Also, the lack of signage for standby times can be rather frustrating. For many attractions, you are required to physically enter a line to gauge how long it is, which isn't exactly efficient. For those who like to lug things around like me when I visited with 2 cameras, a laptop, 2 spare batteries, 3 SD cards, stacks of paperwork and a Donald Duck Tsum Tsum plush, you'll be happy to know that Movie World provides day lockers at $10. Warner Brothers Movie World is special to many Australians. A lot of people I know visited this park when they were younger and have a great sense of nostalgia when they visit. Whilst Movie World has changed, and Village Roadshow theme parks have shifted their priorities to more thrills and less movie-based entertainment, it is still an incredible park that I recommend anybody headed to the Gold Coast should visit. With attractions such as Superman Escape and DC Rivals Hypercoaster, you just can't get these theme park experiences anywhere else on the Gold Coast. Review Time's final score of Warner Brothers Movie World is 74 out of 100. 4 stars.